Hey there, this is Adam from Micanto Reviews with the second MobiMatic review, or I guess this will be the second MobiMatic video on my YouTube channel and the first review and demo. Yesterday, I posted a video which described how you can get $75 PayPal cash back with your purchase of MobiMatic. And this offer is exclusive through my page, my review page shown here, which is linked below this video. You will not find that anywhere else. In other words, I can make MobiMatic $75 cheaper for you than anyone else out there. And that's as of this video. Possible that someone else could be generous enough to make the same offer, which is as simple as basically what I'm doing is not to repeat the first video here, but just to give you a quick overview of how my discount offer works for those who will not see the first video or whatever the reason may be. It's as simple as this. MobiMatic costs $297 normally, all right? And I'm an affiliate, so as an affiliate, I receive 50% commission per purchase, all right? And then, so 50% of $297, if we just round it up to 300, basically is $150 per sale. That's how much I make, and it's only possible because you purchased through my link. That's the only reason I make $150 per sale. Well, the way I looked at it was quite simple. The vast majority of products that I promote on Micanto Reviews, and I really mean it, like probably 90 to 95% of the products I promote, I only make $17 to $37 per sale normally for most products. So here, that's how I'm looking at it, right? So as of now, I get $150 per sale, but I also realized that $297 is a lot for anyone to spend, no matter how good the software is. So what I've done is I've done my best to kind of create a win-win situation where we split the commission 50-50, which means instead of getting $150 per sale, I will get $75 per sale, and the other $75 goes back to you, I should say. So 75 for me, 75 for you. And so there is some fine print here, and it's fully explained on my website, by the way. So you might want to just click on that. It's right here under special offer. The fine print is very reasonable, as I'm sure you'll find, and I also have proof. I've run similar offers in the past. Normally, they're for a lot more than $75. I've done like $500 cash backs on high-end products, things like that. And this is my proof, by the way, right here. This video will show you that I've indeed gone out and sent the money that was promised to my customers. In fact, I probably needed to be doing an update to this video because I've done a lot more, sent a lot more money through PayPal since then. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, the fine print. Okay, all this is just telling you that I can only send your $75 after you've officially decided that you're keeping MobiMatic. So, in other words, MobiMatic comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you buy MobiMatic today and I gave you your $75, and then 2 days from now you say, I don't like this, I want a refund, well, what's going to happen is you're going to get your $297 back, and you're going to still have my $75, and I'm going to be out $75. So The way that this cashback system works is that we wait 30 to 60 days. It's usually closer to 30 for your refund period to end. And then after that, I send your $75 after I know that, you know, the commission is not going to be taken back out of my PayPal account. And that way the 150 is there to stay. I'll take $75 out from it, put it back into your pocket, and it becomes no different from one of those mail-in rebates that I'm sure you've seen in store catalogs and your department stores and all that. So with that said, that's our overview of my so far exclusive cashback offer. And of course, other affiliates will have bonus offers of their own, and a lot of them are great. But if you're strictly looking to save money, this is the right place to be. And one of the reasons I do cashback, quite frankly, is because I am one of the smaller affiliates out there. So it's just my way of standing out. Otherwise, nobody's going to buy from me, quite frankly. So obviously, it's my way of giving you incentive. I'm not going to deny that. But it's also a great way for you to make this a little bit more affordable. Instead of $297, you're going to be paying $222 at the end of the day, of course. So that's something to think about. All right. Again, the link to my review and bonus/discount page is directly below this video. You click on that, you'll come here. Instructions are there. It's 3 simple steps, and that's all you need to do. So with that said, let's get into the demo. Okay, so here we are inside MobiMatic. Now, this is my first time using it. You'll see some stuff down here. It's because I'm logged into the general MobiMatic, how do you call it? The JV Access, which is basically a login for a general affiliate login for people like me to test the software. So I do not have this purchased yet or licensed. I'm basically in testing mode now, and I have the test version of the product, and I'm using that to go through it for the first time with you and show it to you. So as you can see up here, you have the dashboard. This is the menu dashboard members area. You got training, very important. With most products in general, I usually start with the training. Assuming it's good training. In this case, it looks like we have the most important thing, which is getting started. That's what everyone wants to know, is how to get started with the program. Now, another thing that I'll do a lot of the time, though, is I'll in my first run through a software, I'll kind of test it for just how intuitive it is. For example, right here you see create new application. This is going to be where we start, and I didn't have to look around for that. It's kind of right there. I know it doesn't take rocket science to figure out that's where to go if we want to create a new mobile app using MobiMatic. But just for looks like it has an IM for me there. But just for your knowledge, I want to point out that we have step-by-step tutorials here. You got live chat. You got a ticket system. Submit a ticket right there. You got a learning center with a video academy for you. So a lot of resources. Everything will be explained through videos should you get stuck or even want to look further into certain features that you're not sure about, and whatever it is. So we're going to create a new application, and we're going to call this YouTube test run or something like that. Okay, create that. And it's going to load for a moment and then bring us into the step-by-step editor. So here we are, and the first thing we are going to do is choose a template. As I mentioned in the review, and it's also mentioned all over the place basically, there are all kinds, this works for many different categories and niches. So you can see them sorted here. Sports, you could just go to all, kind of scroll down here, you see what you got. Fitness, football team, jewelry, florist, all the big ones. And you can even go blank right here and just kind of create your own, because You can use any image that you want. It doesn't have to be, these are just templates, so you can replace these backgrounds with your own images. So this one looks nice. Let's go ahead with this Rush Cafe layout. We can also change that layout, whatever we want to do. And it seems my internet's being a little bit slow today, so I apologize for that. But if it requires me to kind of pause this video and edit the stalling and loading, I should say, then we'll do that. But all right, there we go. So as you can see here, these are all menu items. It looks like your standard mobile app already. You can see this is the preview area on the right, and you can see this is all, you know, very visual layout, right? At no point do we have to think about programming or anything like that. We just go through the steps one by one. It's not going to be overwhelming. Just, you know, trust the process and just go through it step by step. And of course, you can always go back and change later on. So we have options up here, by the way. It's not just a designer. It's also going to allow you to promote your app, analyze, and add users. And then, of course, we have the settings here. So we're going to choose a design. I want to, like, all of the main features and functions here. Oh, that's the same thing. But all of the main features and functions that we go through, I want to kind of not simply leave those at default with you, because I want us to actually see what they do, all right, as much as possible without getting too crazy into it. But for example, right now this is our default layout, but as you can see, there's many different layouts we can switch to. So by simply clicking on that now, as you can see, it's not shown here just yet, but in our live preview, check out the new layout. So you can kind of experiment with this stuff. You can create all kinds of different mobile apps. See, here's another one. And you just, you know, until you find something that I shouldn't say you like, but perhaps your client likes, because that's probably who you're making it for, and you can settle on that. But see, this one here almost looks like the new Windows interface, and it's just a matter of finding the one that you like the most. So there's kind of like the first one that we were looking at, or even that. I'm going to go back to the first one here. It's just one row of icons. And so far in this template, the reason you see 5 here and only 3 here is because in this template so far we only have the 3 pages, news wall, loyalty, care, and my account. You can add more if you like, or if that's what your client asks you to do. Now here we can see the homepage image. Now if you have an image of your own, you would simply choose change your picture and select that. There's 3 different styles, or 3 different homepage images. Now this simply depends on device. Okay. So, and here's some additional options. Use into all of your application's pages. I'm going to leave those blank for now. And for iOS and Android, there's 2 specific options there regarding the status bar. We're going to choose our country, and this is for currency purposes. So United States. Font style, I've always been a fan of Arial, so I'm going to leave that. And then we're going to click Save and Continue and move on to the next step. As mentioned, it's step by step, and the second step is the second tab in this process of 5 tabs total. So here's where we can mess around with the color scheme of our app. Again, live preview on the right, so anything you do, anything you change will be reflected here. So now you never want to have too many colors going on. You can see how the default only has like really 2, just white and different shades of brown, which is good, because if we go ahead and change this brownish theme, we would want to only do that with basically 1, maybe 2 colors, or 1 color in different shades of that color. Now, since you see here, but basically the only thing that the brown is affecting, since we have a full-sized background, you can only really see it affecting the menu bar down here. But if I wanted to, let's see, suppose I wanted to go with, I don't know, maybe orange. First of all, let me copy the original color code just in case I want to go back to it. But supposing we wanted to change to a dark orangish color like that one. Alright, and then we're going to apply that across the board here. And can always test it and change our mind later. We're allowed to do that. So you can see the update down here. So we've changed that. Alright. I'm not sure if I liked it though. Kind of like this green a little more. Kind of matches her outfit a bit too. And I always feel like, you know, when you're consistent with your colors and they're not all over the place, it also adds to the professionalism, whether it's a mobile app or website, you know, whatever it is. So I don't want to, no mean to take too much time on this part here, but just going to do one final adjustment to our colors. I mean, it's not like I'm even using this for anything, but I do want to make it look good anyways, since we're here. So, so we've got different categories depending on the pages and sections you add. Now, one reason I like to do this first time testing on video with you is because it's times like this when we go through, we can kind of get a feel for what the pros and cons of the product itself and what we might wish it had. For example, I would like to have an option. Notice how I'm going one by one and adding each color code to each element. Now, it's not terrible, but it does make me wish that we had, and I've seen this in other programs, so it's a reasonable request. I wish we had the option to kind of choose a color and then say apply to all, or apply to all text, or apply to all background elements, or whatever. Or even possibly in addition to allowing us to choose our colors for every element in the app, perhaps there could be another option which shows you a few different color schemes. Maybe like 10 different color schemes, and you can just click one of them and that'll be your color scheme throughout the app, something like that. I don't know if that's just me being lazy, but I'm only bringing it up because I've seen that sort of feature in products like this that involve design. Now down here we have the option to add or customize our CSS. So if you might be a more advanced user, these are available CSS variables that correspond to previously set colors. So we see our color for each. Now this is the CSS code for each of those. Each of those items. And here it says you can input your SCSS here and save to validate and preview. All right. Again, that's a more advanced feature. I'm not going to worry about it. I've never done the additional CSS things. But for those of you that are into that, you'll know what's going on with that. And I apologize that I'm not more knowledgeable about CSS, but it's not a deal breaker by any means. Again, it's just a completely optional and additional feature, just as it shows on the previous page. So we're moving on to the next step. This is where we add our pages. So this is where we really fill out the app. All right. And what I love about this is the fact that there are so many pages to choose from. So your customer comes up to you and says, I would like a map page. Hey, I can do that. I want a fan wall. I can do that. I need a contact page. I can do that. I want to link up my my Facebook and my Twitter. No problem. Radio real-time chat feature. This is what's so great about MobiMatic to me. And I knew about it prior to really testing it out, just from studying the product, researching it, and talking to the developers and all that stuff. So previously, this is not the first user-friendly product that allows the common user like you and I to go in and build mobile apps. But the problem with a lot of the previous products of this kind that were on the market were that, they were designed so that we could go out and kind of offer mobile apps to businesses, and things like that. And people would do that, and of course, the companies and the business owners, they would ask for features that were not available because the other programs were frankly just limited, and there are just a lot of things that they could not do. So there wasn't a lot of room for customization or anything like that. So the developers of MobiMatic recognized that problem, and that's why you see so many different pages available here. Really, no matter what type of business your customer is in, there's pages for that. You can even add source code, scratch cards for prizes, QR coupons, and link pages, and contests. So let's go ahead and looks like right now we've got the loyalty card. I'm going to click on that. So by the way, again, since this is a preview, you can click on anything as if you are actually using your own mobile app, which I think is really cool. But let's, when we go ahead and, well, this is cool. So you have a code scanner. Let's put that one in there. So we're going to say code scan, activate. This feature opens the code scan camera. I'm just pointing and clicking. That's all I'm doing. So you can see here, these are my pages right now. I'll get rid of the loyalty card. And look down there, we have code scan already. So I'm going to get rid of the loyalty card for now. So now we've got news wall, code scan, and the more button. And by the way, another thing, your customer comes up to you, says, I don't like the icon that you've got for code scan. No problem. You click on the icon, you choose any one that you want. You can even add your own custom. All right. So we've got a code scan in there. So you can add a custom page. Let's see. We definitely want a contact page. That seems like a necessity on any app, no matter what kind of mobile app you've got. I think custom page is always a good one to have. So you can change the name, by the way. Contact us. Now notice when I it didn't do this for code scan because it's not really a page. It just brings up the scanner in your phone, the scanner feature. But with contact us, and notice how it's a little too long there, the name. So I'm not actually going to trim it down to just contact again. With the contact us, we get to immediately preview the page as we build it and see how it has a specific page builder for the contact page. But again, no coding necessary at all. Can do a cover image. So I'm going to go online, just grab an image, just out of curiosity here. We're going to go to Google Images. And normally if I'm doing this, you want to make sure that the image that you choose is royalty free. But I'm not really going to publish this app, so we're not going to worry about that. In this case, but let's see here. Let's just kind of experiment with this a little bit. This is a huge image. See the dimensions here? This one's a little smaller. So let me get I'm gonna save this image to my MobiMatic folder. I'm going to give it a new name, contact. I'm going to come over here. Now this is not transparent, not a transparent background, so it might not look that good. But we're going to try it out anyways. There it is, contact, and waiting for it to come in. Oh, here we go. So we can resize the picture. That's the preview of what it will look like. I'm going to say OK. And insert a cover image. Did I do it? That's interesting because I was expecting a preview here, which I do not see yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to save that. Okay, but that's a little surprising because being that, you know, I thought this was a live preview and everything. But we're going to add our phone number, 888-123-4567. Now that came up right away. Our address, 123 Easy Street. I'll put my zip code. And then we're going to put in, I don't know, New York. It's not where I live or anything, but United States. And default, just an email address, say default@gmail.com. Oh, that's the, I have one, we're in the wrong place here. Description, that's interesting. What kind of business are we doing again? Oh, that's a restaurant or cafe. So go back to contact, we're going to call it Mi Canto Cafe. So let's get rid of that here. Alright, Easy Streets. Let's just make sure everything is showing up like it's supposed to. New York, United States, cafe, email address. That's their website is going to be. I love how it's doing this all on the fly. Facebook. I'm not going to add those two. But that's interesting. So everything showed up except for our image. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's click on save. It successfully saved it. There it is. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. So our image showed up after we clicked save. And I'm going to change this to contact us. Save again. It's going to refresh the preview. There you have it. And this is what your customer is going to see. A very simple and professional contact page where they have your information. And they can click, or tap, I should say, tap to call you, get directions, and it'll go directly to their GPS, go to your actual website, email you, everything done right there. I mean, that's awesome. And then it transitions back to the home page, you know, whatever you want to do. I don't want to take too much time here. I do realize this is a long video, but I do want to show you one more page. Let's just do, I don't know, let's pick one of these others and kind of demo that. There's so many options to choose from. I don't really know where to go with it, but scratch card, that seems like a cool one. It seems unique. It seems like a kind of like a premium feature that you could offer to clients and as a way to give things away, allow them to give things away. I don't know if it's noticing that I'm clicking on it, but I am. So, okay, maybe I had to double click. That worked. So again, scratch card is too long for the allotted space on this particular icon. So I'm just going to rename it to prizes. You know, again, you could change the icon itself if you wanted. You can have this activated, or you can deactivate it and then run it whenever you want. And you can turn social sharing on or off, which is cool. Again, we have a template or page builder that is unique to this particular page. So this is interesting here. My password. So you have my passwords. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure about that, but let's click add. All right, so we're gonna have my new scratch card, and we're gonna give it the most generic name possible. Prize number 1, and the description will be scratch to reveal your prize. And then I'll say, and I'm totally just winging this, by the way, possible prizes include buy one, get one free. Let's say 20% off your order. Buy one, get one free. $25 gift card. I'll just leave it at that. And we can format our text as well if we would like to. So change the size here. You can also go into source code. Let's say scratch to find out if you are a winner. Alright, I'll change that actually, bring that down to 14. Alright, now we can go into source, like I said. For example, if you want this to be center aligned, maybe no code, basic code, you could use this align center tag for each of these. So just like working on WordPress blog, and when you come out of code, you'll see, oh, I guess that didn't work because I guess this particular page, maybe it's auto-centered, or maybe it just doesn't, you can't see it, changed it back. Let's try a center tag. I'm just curious to see if that's what's indeed going on. It's just rejecting my center tagging just because maybe it doesn't allow center alignment for prizes. Yeah, it looks like that's what's going on. So we'll see in a moment. In a moment we'll see how it appears here. I'm probably gonna have to click OK or save, but let's go through that. My scratch card is in portrait mode. That's checked. We have images for winners, losers. All right. For example, a graphic that'll come up if the customer has won or lost. Let me go ahead and actually download a couple of those real quick. You can say you win. Can get that one. It's kind of large actually. Let's see. Checking those dimensions again. 150 by 150. 512. Let's just, yeah, we'll get that one. Go ahead and close that one up. Win. And then we'll get one for the opposite outcome, which is you lose. Alright. The stock photo has the watermark over it, but that, you know, doesn't matter for our purposes right now. Alright, so we got 2 photos, gonna add them here. Winner photo there. It's gonna upload that for us. Remember, we have the opportunity to resize any photo that we upload in this menu. You can even go ahead and resize it offline and re-upload it if it's too large for your taste. Oops. Oh man. Let's see here. Win. Alright, we'll just do that. Win. And then for losing, we gotta lose. lose. Alright, so obviously these aren't the best photos for this purpose. We would want to find or create photos that fit a little better or more compatible. We're not going to add a foreground here, and this would be the end date for the end of our contest. You can set that, or you can have it in never expire. You can enter an email for a notification when someone scratches off a card. You can have the app notify you or the business owner, for example. Winning chance of percentage. So, I mean, you got everything here. You know, let's say we're going to give them a, well, actually, for testing purposes, let's do 50-50. 50% chance of winning, maximum winner count. You know, player can play again, no. So everything that you would expect to be there is there. I mean, it's just wonderful. All these options just for this specific type of page. We've got winner pop-up. You know, this could go on and on. Loser pop-up, reward name, reward description. For example, buy one, get one free. We would say buy one item at regular price, get second item free. Of equal or lesser price. Something like that. And then we're going to save. Do we need to save? Or I guess we click OK up here. Let's see what that does. Go ahead with the... Oh, this field is required. So I guess we do need notifications. That's fine. I'll go ahead and put in my email there. Title. Looks like that's actually... Winner. Gonna make this basic and quick for you guys. Alright, so we're gonna click OK. Now it's gonna let us save. Your scratch card has been saved successfully, and there it is. Check that out. So scratch me. Oh, it's not gonna let... I have to be on my actual phone, I guess, to actually scratch it. I think that should do it. Let's see. The feature is only available... Yeah. This feature is only available from the app only, so that's, you know, that's understandable. You can't touch the screen unless you're on a mobile device. And we're going to do save and continue. And so startup image, dashboard icon, you can change all of this. We're going to leave those as is. Again, this is, those were depending on the mobile device being used. App name, we're going to call it Canto Cafe. Bundle ID, monetize. You can monetize using AdMob. And then when you're all done, you can click save and exit. And then you see your our final app. Excuse me again. On the list. Now don't forget these analytics here. These are really cool. You know, imagine once you've had built some apps and established them and sold them, and you'd be able to kind of see how many installs you've had per day or per date range, which is really helpful. How many app visits you've had. So again, you have that resource available to you. And at any later time, if you want to go back and change the settings, the layout, or anything we set up the first time around, you just click the edit button and you're back here. You can even test it from here, although it would probably be a lot better to test on your mobile device itself, simply because that's touch screen, and for things like trying to, you know, use the scratch feature, you know, that's something you want to test on your phone, right? Because you can't really do it here. You know, you can change pretty much anything you see. Now, want to publish this. the one thing that we haven't done yet. I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. And that'll pretty much wrap us up. But again, I want to point out that this was just a test run. We did the most basic app possible, really. But I do hope you noticed all the different pages and all of the room for customization that MobiMatic gives you without needing any programming knowledge or app building skills or anything like that, making it possible for any of us, any of you watching this, to really offer this service. And Mobi apps, you know, the mobile apps, they sell for a lot of money. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars for basic apps and tens of thousands for the more advanced apps that you probably cannot create with MobiMatic. However, when we're talking about the basic ones that are $2,000 to $3,000 or even $2,000 to $5,000 range, I believe it is the current range on those right now, and you can definitely create those with MobiMatic. Okay, so what do we have here? You're almost done. Wants us to fill out since we're publishing this to the public, we do have to fill out some information now. I mentioned earlier I have the JV access, basically the review access to MobiMatic, so you just see random information plugged in there. I'm not even going to change it. For payment option, you should see choose the description that best suits your needs. You're going to see this free option, pre-launch ultimate, build unlimited apps. We're going to go ahead and try to save that. And as you can see, our subtotal is $0. So you're going to validate. And the app has been activated. You can now go to the dashboard, open to edit and generate the builds for publication. So that'll wrap us up. I guess we've gone through everything I can think of. And with that said, I do apologize for the length of this demo. It looks like it somehow went over 40 minutes so far, which is actually my longest product demo of all time. Usually I'd split them up or something. But hopefully, you know, my goal in creating this for you was to help you come to a decision on whether or not MobiMatic will help you with your business goals, your online business goals, to be specific. I think it certainly could. I mean, I'm even seriously considering getting into this business myself, or at the very least, you know, just having this software handy, so if in my interactions with people in general, you know, if the subject of mobile apps ever come up, I can say, hey, you know what, I can build those, are you interested? And boom, you got like an extra, you know, $2,500 or $3,000, $4,000 check for that month, which exponentially pays off for MobiMatic itself. You know, and again, for what you're getting, I believe the price tag, whether it's $297 or $222, which is the price I'm getting you, it's still, you know, a bargain for what you can really get out of this software. Okay, and you know, and it's of its kind. It's the best mobile app builder I've reviewed so far, and I only say that because it the number of things you can do with it without being, you know, an advanced programmer slash, you know, someone with a lot of tech savvy. So in closing, just real quick, we're gonna go back to this review page, which again I have linked below this video, and I'm just reminding you one more time that I can get you the best price online for MobiMatic, which means my exclusive $75 PayPal cashback offer. I went over that for a while at the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to do it again. Just wanted to point it out. And I'm also going to close this out really quick by thanking you for taking the time to watch this demo. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I truly appreciate your support, and have a wonderful day.
You can't see it, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
You gotta feel it, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Ooh, it's shaking, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Check it, Miss Savannah, she's a puppet like a chicka 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 chicka. She got the boogie. Now you can't hold it, it's electric. MobiMatic.
Woogie woogie woogie.